What's up, Sum Hacker? Welcome to my Summer Day Challenge, where I unpack a banger practice sum every single day to help you crush your grade 11 maths. So let's dive in and work on today's math sum together. Cool. Pause this video real quick so that you can write down the sum. Then when you're ready, let's dive in. So the first thing that I'm going to do with the sum is, what I want to do here is I want to make sure that 64 is in its prime factors. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do first. And I know that 64 is equal to 2 to the power of 6. So that's what I am going to use. My line is going to look like this. Bracket 2 to the power of 6, a to the power of 6, b to the negative 3, close my bracket, all to the power of 2 over 3. All right, so then I'm going to do my fraction line. Cool. So I am also going to make sure that this 64 is simplified in its prime factors as well. Okay, so let's quickly do that now. So the bottom of my fraction is going to look like this. My cube roots, then I'm going to say 2 to the power of 6, a to the power of negative 9, and b to the power of 18. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I'm actually going to leave this top portion as it is for now, okay? What I want to do is focus on getting this cube root away. And the way in which that I'm going to do that, I'm going to take the root away, put this whole thing in brackets, okay? That is actually going to be to the power of 1. And then I'm going to stick this 3 under the fraction. So it's going to be this bracket to the power of a third. And then what I can do is I can take away the cube root. So let's go and quickly do that now. We're going to write down 2 to the power of 6, a to the power of 6, b to the power of negative 3, to the power of 2 of 3, all over. Okay, I'm taking away the cube root now. So I'm going to go bracket 2 to the 6, a to the negative 9, and b to the 18 to the power of 1 over 3. That has now allowed me to take away the cube root. Cool. So let's go to the top here. I'm just going to delete this real quick. Okay. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to multiply my exponent into the bracket with the other exponents. Okay. So our next step is going to look like this. 2 to the power of 6 times 2 over 3. That is going to give us to the power of 4. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 6 times 2 over 3. So it's going to be a to the power of 4. And then we're going to have b negative 3 times 2 over 3. That's going to give us negative 2 over there. Fractional line. Okay, and then at the bottom, we're going to say 2 to the power of 6 times a third. That's going to give us to the power of 2. Then we're going to have a to the power of negative 9 times a third. That's going to give us negative 3. And then we're going to have b to the power of 18 times a third. So 18 times a third, that's going to give us 6. Okay, awesome. Now what we want to do is I want to basically move some of these exponents up the fraction line and change the sign. So the 2 there, I'm going to move up so I can sort it out with the 4. Then this 3, I'm going to move up, and then this negative 2, I'm going to move down. Okay, so here is what that will look like. I'm going to have 2 to the 4, that stays there. Okay, then I'm going to say times 2 to the power of negative 2. I brought that one up. Okay, then I'm going to say times a to the 4. That was already there. Now I'm going to move negative 3 up. So it's going to be times, let me just change my color there, times a to the power of positive 3. I have to change the sign. Okay, then I'm going to draw my fraction line. I'm going to write b to the power of 6 here because that was already on the bottom. Then what I'm going to do is take this negative 2 down. Then we have times b to the positive 2 now, changing the sign. Awesome. Now what I want to do is use our exponent law that says if the bases are the same, I can add the exponents. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. that's going to look like this. 2 to the power of 4 plus minus 2. But what I want to just show you really quickly is that if you were to say the positive times the negative in the bracket there, okay, that would be a negative, right? Because a positive and a negative equals a negative. So what this will actually look like is as follows. 4, 2, okay? Then you are going to have a to the power of 4 plus 3, fraction line. Then at the bottom, we're going to have b to the power of 6 plus 2, okay? And now we are going to simplify in the next step. Let me just move up here. Okay, so we are going to have 2 to the power of 4 minus 2, it's going to give us 2 times a. 4 plus 3 is going to give us 7 over b. 6 plus 2, it's going to give us 8. So the very last thing that I want to do here is just simplify this 2 squared over here. Okay, that is going to be our very last step. So we're going to have equals to 4a to the power of 7 over b to the power of 8. 4a to the power of 7 over b to the power of 8. And that is your answer here. Let me just give it a quick highlight so you can see. Well done, Sum Hacker. That's it for today. And if you reached the end of this video, please let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Plus, be sure to subscribe for more daily practice sums that are going to help you nail your grade 11 math. And let's keep building into your future one sum at a time. I can't wait to see you here in the next one.